Hello everybody, I'm Karl Behm, running for President of the United States of America. I'm back. I decided to put on a nice shirt and a tie because you don't really think that I'm actually running for office if I don't look presentable. Alright, I'm going to talk fairly quick because I've got 10 minutes basically to tell you what I'm about me and my family. Boy, so it'll be interesting. My father is Chuck H. Behm, Commander, Navy. He worked on the Manhattan Project, helped build nuclear technology, flew all over Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, and special missions I don't even know about. He used to talk about it, but he said it was top secret, so he never talked very much. I do know he used to carry a Geiger counter with him, and I also know that he knew the Shah of Iran personally, and before the young kid took over, of course, and before we were ever at war, okay, or ever thought about messing with them. My father worked for the U.S. government to build nuclear technology with Saudi Arabia. Okay? There's a lot I know that you don't know. There's a lot I know that I'm not going to tell you. Anyway, my mother, she started in the FBI business along with my, President Hoover, I believe it was, who created the FBI back in 53 or 56, I'm not sure which. People that's been telling me this aren't sure either. So, we'll figure it out later. My mom got my sister in it back in the 70s when she was 17 years old. She became FBI at 17 years old. That's Connie Hudson. As when computers got better, they became, she became a computer programmer for the FBI. And told Mom, because feds were allowed to talk, all kinds of stuff. And I would listen. They normally didn't know I was there, but if you heard what I heard, it would scare the hell out of you. What the FBI was designed to do. FBI. Hoover created FBI. What it stands for, exact wording, FBI is the personal private police for the president. No lie. That's what it is. Personal private police for the president. They're not lawyers to help you with your civil rights. Don't ever think that. That's a front. It doesn't work. I've tried it. They don't help me. Alright? The thing about it is that there's lots of things about there that you don't know about me. And I decided to show you some stuff real quick. When I was 9 years old, I built a magnet train. I was playing around with magnetism. I like monorail systems. And I built this train. And I don't have it with me, but it worked off of magnetism a lot like this. Now these are two pieces of magnets. One's floating on top of the other. See? Ain't nothing making it come down. But if you flip it around, it'll stick. See? Pretty neat, huh? If you flip it the other way, it'll try to fight its way off. See, watch this. Isn't that neat? I know they clash, but... Now, monorail systems run a lot like off this theory of electromagnetism. Something that I'm not going to get into it with you. But when I was 9 years old, I believe I made the first electromagnet train. That was probably back in, I would say, early 70s. 60s. I was born in 61, so we're probably looking at 1970. I was 9. Pretty cool, huh? When I was 13 years old, I built my first electric motor. I know to you it doesn't look like much, but to people out there who know about physics, mathematical equations, motors, they know two little plates of metal sit here, magnet sits on either side, and this guy right here had two portions of a commutator that was made out of a shotgun shell because shotgun shell was made of brass and I need a commutator made of brass. I was 13 years old and the electric motor worked. Can you imagine being 13, 8th grade roughly, 7th, 8th grade, and having some girl beat you out of a stupid volcano that had Alka-Seltzer and water mixture causing it to foam? And she couldn't build this, all the wirings. Ain't that amazing? There's shotgun shells here. See? And it worked. I was 13 years old. When I was 15 years old, I was playing with solar energy. solar laser technology, something that's never been built before. Where did I get the ideas? I guess from God. I don't know. But I could look at something, redesign it in my head, boom, make it work. No problems. Now, I'm not cutting my hair for you, so don't try. If you want to give me a makeover in the future, that's cool too, but I don't care. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. But I always wanted to have long hair. My parents wouldn't let me. My dad being in the Navy, always liked to keep her hair about this short. This is the first time I've ever had long hair, and believe me, ladies, my hat's off to y'all. It's annoying sometimes, but I like it. Now, the thing about it is, when I was doing 15, building laser technology was easy, but nobody's ever built one before. I was playing with solar energy, and a half-moon sphere that I got from Cape Canaveral back then, before it was called Kennedy Space Center. Mr. Johnson was the chief of security and got me this half-moon sphere, and I was melting lead in it. Now in Italy, I believe it was in Italy that I read on the internet, that said that they had something that was about 3 stories tall by 3 stories wide, mirrors that reflected the heat and enhanced the heat up to 23,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I got to see that to believe it, okay? But on the internet it showed it. Alright? That's something I have to check into. My sphere that I had enhanced the light and the beams, and was melting lead, okay, which had to get up over 1,100 degrees inside that little hole, which is about that big around, about a foot, 11 inches really. In a matter of 30 seconds, it was almost hot enough to melt the sphere if I wasn't careful. Now, when I turned 17 years old, I was playing with magnets really heavy on creating a magnet motor that worked off its own self-perpetual motion technology. Well, guess what? I made mine work. It didn't work fast, but it worked. It spun. That was cool. I wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Be 17 years old and win the Nobel Peace Prize. The youngest man ever. Well, guess what? My dad shook my hand, Professor Behm, the one who made sure we always did everything right the first time, shook my hand and says, "Congratulations, son, you made something that worked that nobody else could. Now you have to take it apart." I mean, how does a 17-year-old grasp that? It wasn't easy. He said the world's not ready for it, and in the year 2000, the world will be ready for it. Well, I don't have money to build it. And when I'm President of the United States of America, I will have money to build it. And to improve it. I mean, today's technology, now look, we have computers and video cameras and hybrid cars and electric car technology and greenhouse gases polluting the atmosphere due to carbon monoxide poisoning coming out of automobiles. I mean, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have it. See, I'm a green guy. I love to save the planet, so every one of us have the right to breathe the air that we breathe. And right now we're polluting it. Bad. The oil companies know this, and most of them are old farts. They don't expect to live much longer. They don't care about living longer. They don't care about polluting the atmosphere either. But they do. And they make trillions, not millions, not billions, but trillions of dollars off of you and me and our hard-earned cash going in their hard-ass gas tanks so they can make money off of us. Well, guess what? As President of the United States of America, I guarantee I can get us off the demand for gasoline and oil, foreign oil, in less than 2 years with my technology and what I've seen out there that they don't want you to know about. Okay? The Smithsonian Institute has an extremely large, vast amounts of knowledge and inventions that's bought off by the Smithsonian in order to keep it out of the hands of American people. Well, it's time we open those doors and find out what's in there. Now, my luck, they'll destroy it. Watch the second video. I'm running out of time, and 10 minutes is all I get to talk to you. So check out the second video, or the third video, and you won't be disappointed. Thank you.